We've done tactical calm, we've done rhythm, we've done impulse control. We're on to number 4, cognitive flexibility. Could you please explain what that is, why we want it, and how we're going to do that?
In simple, practical terms, this is being creative with your thoughts,
Mm,
not just assuming that what's in your mind is reality.
mhm,
Of actually, like you own the emotions or you own your rhythm or your breathing, you're actually now taking ownership of your thoughts.
mhm,
Why is this important? Because you may be having somewhere between 6,000 and 70,000 thoughts a day. And the vast majority of them are repetitive and unhelpful. Two examples: worry, you're stuck on something that might happen in the future, and round this goes. Rigid, repetitive, utterly fruitless,
mhm.
and you feel miserable. The second type of rigid thinking is when you ruminate. You did something wrong, and round you go. I'm such an idiot, blah, 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 blah. The story of depression, or you get angry.
Mhm.
You're the fault. Now, that is rigid thinking, and it's not necessary. So, in simple terms, practical terms, and this is a little tricky to do because, as I said, we're in thin air. Step one, be present.
Mhm.
When you're worrying or ruminating, you're not in your life. Your mind has run away. It's time traveling. Your first job is come here.
Mhm.
The moment you're in this present moment, that unhappiness drops away. You will feel better.
Mm,
Instant relief.
mhm.
Just using that breath, exhale, drop into your body, feel your body, be aware of your context. Your happiness gets a very constructive boost.
Mhm. And you can even that's the only way to flow state, right? Is being actually
Right.
present and not thinking about the past and future.
And, there's just a little caution here. That worry comes from a sense of uncertainty. We want to name it, we want to
Mm,
acknowledge it. Maybe you need a plan. So, cognitive flexibility, instead of getting stuck in the worry loop, you call a friend and you say, you know what? I'm a little worried about that thing tomorrow. Can I talk it through with you?
yeah.
As a client once said to me, never worry alone.
Oh, that's
And when
good.
you're working with someone on a plan,
Mm,
you're in the present and you're
mhm,
having a solution finding experience, right? That's very powerful.
mhm.
Likewise, if you're stuck in rumination about a bad meeting yesterday, next day you come into the team and say, guys, I can't get this out of my mind.
Yeah,
I think we missed something in that meeting.
yeah.
Do you mind if we just take 10 minutes to review what you saw, what you understand? That's what's termed after action review.
Mhm.
It's a powerful form of learning.
Oh, I think, yeah, I'm so glad you said that because the worry and the rumination can be trying to tell you something. It's like
Of course.
emotions. Investigate it with
Yep.
curiosity and, bring someone trusted in to go through what is actually there.
Yep.
But it's the rigidity of the spiraling type of thinking that we're
Absolutely.
trying to get away
And
from.
the moment you reach out for the planning session or the after action review, you're being flexible,
Mm,
right? You've broken the rigid trap and you're coming up with something new.
mhm. Well, that's creative problem solving, and
Exactly.
you have to recognize the problem first in order to start solving it.
And, let's, get straight to the why would you do this is for that exactly.
Mm,
So for long term creative problem solving, to be able to build your future, to be able to envision what's going to happen and to work your way towards that goal, that's why you do this.
oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
In a way, and maybe just a third level of what is sometimes we need to step back and adjust our thoughts. Everything bad always happens to me. In cognitive behavior therapy, we lay that out. Lauren, everything?
Mm,
Can we be a little bit more specific? Oh, well, that and that. Okay, good. That's two things, right?
mhm, mhm.
Always? I thought you had a good day yesterday.
I'm fine, it's
Yeah.
sometimes.
And is it only you? Here's the thought that's been running
Yeah.
in your mind
Mhm.
rigidly. You step back and you look at that and you say, there may be a more accurate, realistic, helpful way to frame that.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
that's your CBT.
I think you use the term owning your thoughts, which is interesting because I think of thoughts as separate to you. You can look at it, but I like how you said own because you take responsibility for it. You are not
You bet.
one with your thoughts, but you can be responsible for what they are and how to change them.
Absolutely. I think that responsibility is key. And just like not everyone is willing to work on the emotional layer, it's really important to understand not everyone's ready to work at the cognitive layer.
Mm,
So you think of this, you're in thin air, climbing the mountain of enlightenment. At this point, a lot of people want to go home,
mm.
have a drink, stop worrying. Okay, so we
Yeah.
medicate
Well,
ourselves.
it's addictive as well.
Yeah,
Negative thought spirals can be.
doing this is hard work, but by the same token, it's just so liberating.
Mm,
So liberating.
mhm,
If we kind of recap, the how, I think of it as, level one, just notice your thoughts. Every now and again, ask yourself the question, what am I thinking?
mm,
And if, like we said with the impulse control, journal it.
mhm.
Okay. And you're seeing this, you're owning it, you're taking responsibility, you're making adjustments. Second one, and this is for me strong advice. Be pretty tough on yourself with worry and rumination.
Tough on yourself?
Yes, in that you recognize it and you own this feeling of uncertainty or
Mm,
anxiety, and you make that call
mhm.
and you get a plan together.
Yeah.
To indulge yourself in a worry loop
Mm,
is futile,
mhm,
right? You will wrestle with this for the rest of your days. But if you can just down regulate a little bit that worry
mhm,
and rumination, you're going to be so much happier.
mm.
Your mind's going to serve you so much better.
And it goes away once you make a plan, so you
Yes,
you may as well, relieve the suffering of endless worry and rumination.
you're on it.
You need trusted people, hey, to
Yeah,
be able to
you bet.
make those plans.
You bet.
Yeah, so it's
And then wrapping it up in terms of a how I think of, next level, once you start to be present and make plans, review situations, you've got to work on your focus.
mm,
So that's where you might take meditation. Or when you read a book, you commit to really
mm,
staying
mm,
present for a
mhm,
full chapter.
mhm,
You want to strengthen the muscle of attention. Now, here in Australia, we're dealing with an epidemic of ADHD.
mm.
It's the highest in the world and
Really?
increasing. Well, that may well be the case, but I wonder why nobody's talking about focusing,
Yeah.
learning how to actually train the mind to be more attentive.
Well, you have to train it, and we are
Indeed.
so used to consistent
And
distraction.
this, of course, is why ADHD in children, it tends to disappear as you get through your teens and the
Mm,
prefrontal cortex matures. You build your attention muscle.
mhm,
Anyway, that's a little bit by the by, but I think just like if we want to be fit, you have to train your muscles.
mm,
If you want cognitive flexibility, you're going to have to build a stronger, right? It's got to be firm. And then last one would be part of cognitive flexibility is knowing when you need to focus in detail to really get
mm,
to the very specific little coding challenge,
mhm.
but then also to know how to step back and see how this fits in the bigger picture.
Oh,
And as you move into leadership, that capacity to
mm.
drill in, zoom out, it's gold.
Oh, that is huge.
Really important.
Yeah.
And there's some really interesting work showing that this cognitive flexibility in emergency workers or first responders reduces the risk of depression and post-traumatic stress
Mm.
5 times more than standard training.
Really?
So that's big. Can you imagine if you're a healthy young person building your career and you work on that cognitive flexibility,
Massive.
opens a
And
future.
the example you can set for everyone else is
Yeah,
incredible. Yeah,
yeah.
absolutely. All right. Thank you. Cognitive flexibility, tick. Are we ready to move on to level 5? Altruism and acts of kindness.